In the mid-aughts, I was listening to beautiful music among the likes of Sufjan Stevens and artists like Bon Iver. Since that golden period of around 2007, I've noticed a steady decline in independent music and have been seeking that same sort of fulfillment, from those beautiful kind of breathless vocals and gorgeous layered instrumentation. What I found over the past couple years is that this style of music has been created for decades and is now coming out of a brand new genre called Citypop. No single artist has really been able to shape the landscape of independent music with such a decisive, take on music as Taeko Ohnuki, an acclaimed singer-songwriter. And today, I wanted to go ahead and share my love of her debut album, Gray Skies. My name is ArakkoBraddock, and I'm excited to dive deep into one of the strongest musicians in the Citypop arena. I want to go ahead and encourage everybody to like and subscribe to the channel so we can keep producing content at such a quick rate and go ahead and get this channel monetized. After coming off of the commercial failure from the popular Sugar Babe band featuring fellow Citypop legend Tatsuro Yamashita, it was time for Taeko Ohnuki to start considering a solo career. While Sugar Babe's debut album Songs was an incredible record, it wasn't a widespread commercial hit. Gray Skies was first released in 1976 and was released under record label Pan Am. There are tons of guest musicians on this record that huge Citypop fans will love, including Tin Pan Alley and Ryuichi Sakamoto. I want to go ahead and break down each song on the album track by track. The first song on the record, Tokino Hajimari, and my apologies if I didn't pronounce that right, quickly establishes the sound of the record with multiple percussion hits and a dense instrumental teasing the debut of Taeko's beautiful harmony that she starts to sing on this album. Taeko's singing is so bold and sweet. This song is incredibly lyrically dense, like a lot of songs on the individual album. There's a section where Taeko drags out her vocals with ahs in the background, leading to a striking instrumental transition. In the last minute of the song, Taeko sings the chorus one last time and lets the song fade out to a gorgeous instrumental, and then the track kind of go ahead and fades out. And we see a lot of this particular composition throughout the record, but I definitely don't think that it leads to, bad music or a derivative album. In fact, Yakusoku, the second song on the record, immediately breaks up the sense of monotony by kind of showing what the last moment of the instrumental is right from the opening of the song. There is a kind of a noise that goes dun 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 dun. And what Taeko is doing is foreshadowing the end of the song through this noise. Because towards the end of the song, she brings back this noise and lets it pay off the instrumental. So the first song is so dense, and she's able to pay off that last song immediately within the first couple seconds of Yakusoku. Taeko sings over loose jazz percussion in this album, and, she even allows the harmonies to become a little bit negative in this song. Clearly, she intends to pay it off later in the track when she introduces that noise that kind of kicked off the song to begin with. And when that pivotal noise comes back, the song slowly begins to fade out and then foreshadows one of the boldest ballads on the record called One's Love. I think this is among some of the tougher tracks on the record due to this kind of cold, despondent instrumental style that Taeko sings. It even reminds me of some of the future albums that Taeko would go on to release later in her career with records like Romantique or Cliché. Just in the sense that there's despondent line after despondent line after despondent line in this record, but so much negative emotion leads to so much payoff when the tension is broken and the harmony is resolved. Taeko is so good at these compositions. I almost like to call her like a sound surgeon, because I'm always shocked at how she paces the instrumentals and sings in her music. Gogo no Kyosoku is a ballad where this ticking kind of percussion noise highlights the precision in Taeko's singing. Her voice is really kind of delicate in this song, kind of getting the inspiration from One's Love. And again, this song is another one that requires a lot of, dedication and patience on the part of the listener. But the common thread between all of these songs is that there is a sense of payoff towards the end, as throughout the song, there's a few moments of these beautiful string passages that again show why Taeko has earned the name of the sound surgeon. Aiwa Maboroshi kicks up the record with a interesting plain noise that totally kind of separates the vibe of everything that happened before versus what's going on with this particular song. Taeko's singing is much more clear here. She's singing with kind of an upbeat, tongue-in-cheek kind of tone in her music. It sounds like she's smiling as she's singing. The most interesting part of this song is that 3/4 of the way, the song kind of reaches an instrumental climax where Taeko finishes her, singing notes and then lets the instrumental passage just take the song away for the next 2 minutes. Twinkling pianos are dueling with guitar and just pulsing percussion that definitely makes this one of the highlights in the record, and even foreshadows the next track, Wanderlust, which is one of the most popular songs, in Taeko's career, especially in the context of the Gray Skies album. Wanderlust is fascinating because it foreshadows the direction that Taeko's future records would fall under, like Sun Shower, interspersing kind of negative harmonies at certain moments. But the way the song is so malleable kind of allows Taeko to explore negative and positive passages, at the same time. Taeko's last line in this song kind of echoes in my head until the end of the song, and we get another really dense instrumental passage paying off all of that dedication that we spent listening to the other songs. I really like the next song, Machi, because the twinkling bells in the song really break up the structure of this track. Taeko does a great job responding to the bells and singing at certain times. This music can sound so upbeat and light, but it's actually so decisive, structured so, meticulously. And really, Machi shows how good Taeko is at responding to the instrumental just through her voice and harmony alone. This is, one of my favorite tracks on the record, and one that I find myself going back to again and again just to hear how Taeko sings against the chimes. Itsudema Soba ni brings the album to a more focused direction with kind of a quicker performance with Taeko. It's very beautiful. And it also kind of sets the stage for what I would argue is the centerpiece of the album, track 9, When I Met the Gray Sky. When I Met the Gray Sky is so bold and so ambitious. Taeko does not adhere to a typical song structure with this particular track. She uses so many fascinating vocal lines, and always goes down, different routes to take the song, depending on where the instrumental is going. Like on the previous track, Taeko does a great job responding to the emotion that the instrumental is bringing to the record. So again, I always go back to this title, Sound Surgeon, and I think When I Met the Gray Sky is just one of the showcases on the record, and shows how Taeko isn't always sweet, but can be very dramatic at certain times. The last track on the record, Breakin' Blue, teases a dreary, drab song at first to mirror Gray Sky, but close listeners can kind of hear a focused sense of percussion coming in that changes the song from something dreary to something way more upbeat and epic. This kind of epic tone persists all the way throughout the album, and listeners are treated to a fantastic send-off instrumentally that really takes a moment to reflect on kind of all of these individual tracks that came before here. Again, this is just Taeko Ohnuki's debut record. I have listened to, over half a dozen albums of her now, of hers now, and I continue to explore how she changes her sound and changes the direction of her music. She has slowly started to become one of my favorite artists of all time, and I would definitely encourage you to check out, Gray Skies and Sun Shower as well. My name is ArakkoBraddock. I want to thank you so much for sticking around for the video today. I had a pleasure talking about one of my favorite musicians of all time. And I want to encourage you to go ahead and like this video. That way I can spread it out to more people, as well as subscribing to the channel. I have a great time making all of this content for everyone. If there's something you would like me to cover, please go ahead and let me know. I know we cover a really wide breadth of content on this channel, and definitely want to continue, serving even needs that you didn't know you had, like talking about a wonderful 70s Japanese record. Again, please go ahead and follow me on Twitter. You can find me at ArakkoBraddock. Thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure making this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.